Let's come up with a plan for how you can become an alpha male without all the media hype. I wanted to break down to you what it actually means to be an alpha male and why there's so many misconceptions out there. And after watching this video, you will have a much better understanding of how you can influence your own actions and become an alpha male in your own way. Okay? And that's possible for everyone watching this video. Doesn't matter where you're at in life, doesn't matter what you've gone through, it doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter how skilled you are. Every person listening right now, watching this video, can become an alpha male. I can guarantee you this. This is within your control. And that's the good part, that we're going to focus on things that are inside our control. I know this is kind of like an odd video. I'm currently in Rome, Italy. And you can see I'm filming this from my bedroom. I'm just working on some YouTube stuff. But I wanted to take the time out because this topic just crossed my mind, probably because I've seen so many videos from YouTubers that were preaching about certain things that I don't really think are 100% accurate. They perceive being an alpha male as being 100% dominant all the time, never being passive, which might not be good in many ways, and we're going to get to that. But an alpha male, what does it mean, right? It means to be a leader in a certain group, in a certain category, in a certain profession, in a certain skill, right? If you can do that, then you're considered an alpha male in today's society. If you can't do that, then you might not be considered an alpha male. Whether you want to become an internet marketer or whether you want to become a professional poker player, a doctor, a lawyer, a therapist, right? I don't know, a psychologist, whatever you want to become, as long as you aspire to become the best possible version of who you are, then you are considered an alpha male. And this is directly connected to your vision. This is connected to your ambition, because ambition is what makes the vision become reality. Okay, vision is great and it gets the motor running, but ambition, drive, desire, whatever you want to call it, is what gets people moving. Right? It's what creates results. And that's so critical, right? You want that. You want ambition, drive, enthusiasm, desire, right? Driven. Just be driven. If you're driven, you're unstoppable. Like, nobody can compete with you. I'm not even kidding. Like, if you got good energy and if you're a positive nature in whatever area you're looking to acquire skills in, then you're pretty much unstoppable, because that already puts you in the top 10% easily. If not even the top 3 to 5%, you know? And I might say, well, I want to be in the top 1%. Well, you might be in the top 1% at times, and at other times none. Why? Because the world is pretty darn competitive. People copy stuff. You know, there are other guys, upcoming guys, that also have a great vision and also have drive, that acquire the skills, that have the experience. They're working every day to kick your ass. And so because of that, it's like, it's not feasible to be like the top of the top, you know, like number one in any given category all your life. That's just not feasible unless you're extremely gifted, talented, whatever you want to call it, sure. But as a rule of thumb, if you can be in the top 10 or 20% in your profession, with relationships, with friendships, in sports, top 10 to 20%, that's achievable, sustainable, just something that you can do most of the times. You know, there's going to be times when you feel down, when you're not going to be able to perform 100%, but just try to focus on that, okay? Try to focus on getting in the top 20%. And once you've gotten in the top 20%, try getting into the top 10%, okay? And take it from there. Like, take it step by step. Don't aim for top 1% or top 0.1%, which is not realistic. If you're starting from zero, if you're starting from scratch and you want to be number one already, without having put in the work, without having done the steps, that's delusional, right? You're not going to go from 0 to hero overnight. It doesn't work like that, right? It takes years of work to become number one at anything. Look at chess players, look at poker players, look at internet marketers, you know. Yeah, some of them were born close to overnight, you know, during certain phases of unregulated marketing methods. You know, they existed, for instance, during mobile marketing, or during the early days, right? .com bubble, you know, you could have become very rich. Or Bitcoin, crypto, right? There were so many options, but this is not the standard, right? This is not the norm. These are exceptions. Yes, they can happen. Yes, you can get lucky, but how many times do you get lucky and how many times do you not get lucky in such a short period of time? That's the question, right? And so focus on longevity, focus on creating good energy, being good physical health, you know, eat good, Don't eat a bunch of crap. Stay away from salt, fat, and sugar. You know, that stuff, the free whites, they're going to pull you down. They're going to make you lazy. They're going to make you unhealthy, make you gain weight, you know, heart disease, many health problems, lack of focus, you know, feeling comfortable, you know. There's nothing wrong with comforting food. You want to have some of that in your diet, you know, but don't make it like 60, 70%, right? Make it maybe 5 to 10%, you know, every evening, you know, treat yourself something nice. There's nothing wrong with that, so you can do that. But the whole takeaway here is, right, if you want to become top, you know, you take it step by step. Yes, you have the vision and all of that, but at the end of the day, no master has ever fallen from sky. It just rarely happens, right? Yeah, there are accidents. They do happen. And you know, you can say, oh, you're going to point out these examples now with crypto and potentially with a guy playing the World Series of Poker main event, winning, whatever, thousands of times his buying. Yeah, it happened. But how many people did achieve that? A handful of people. And so it's not really worth talking about the few exceptions. You know, it's like playing the lottery. It can happen, but it's very unlikely for it to happen. Just think about that and just focus on building relationships. You know, that's the key. You know, life is all about relationships. You know, the better you get at networking, the better you get at attracting successful people and maintaining them. It's not just about getting them generated, right? It's about maintaining them. One of the best things you can work on, you know, is having a charismatic personality. There's some of us who have this naturally, or we have it with friends, but when we're out there publicly, right, it's a bit harder for certain reasons. You know, we kind of want to change how we are perceived, and that changes our personality, changes our way of expression. Maybe we're scared, we're afraid of being judged. All kinds of different things come into the equation where we think like, oh, we got to change, but maybe that's not so true, right? So think about the whole picture, right? What do you need? You need good energy, you need a good personality, and you need a burning desire. You know, there's no question about that. And then you gotta put that desire to work. You know, implement, take action, just work. And this might sound repetitive, but this is the beginning, the middle, and the end. This is everything, right? Your energy, which you can influence through sports, nutrition, for the people you associate yourself with. If you hang out with people that drag you down, that are not gonna give you positive inputs, you got nothing to learn from them, and they got nothing to learn from you, maybe because you're too different or you're not in the same category, whatever it might be, right? I'm not saying you can't learn something from a person. You can always learn something from a person, right? But it's about really choosing wisely. You know, choose the people you hang out wisely. Like, your inner circle is everything. And if you can control that, which you can, then you can make magic happen in your business. This is it, you know. And if you hear someone talking about being an alpha male is all about being dominant, that's a load of crap, pretty much. You know, they've got to go into a lot more detail than that, you know. Dominant, yeah, but dominant at what? Being dominant at what? There are so many ways for you to be an alpha male. And even if you take a look at introverts, you know, there's some people that are really introverted. If you look at them, right, and you're like, they're successful in their own way, right? They got still good relationships, they're good at their work, but they're not very expressive. They're not very extroverted. Does that mean they are not successful? Does that mean they're beta males? Of course not. You know, as long as you work on becoming the best possible version that you can be, you are an alpha male. And this is something you can start on today. You can take this whole video here, the information that we discussed, and start implementing this right now and literally turn yourself into an aspiring, successful alpha male overnight. I'm not saying you're gonna hit #1 spot, you know, it's not gonna happen, but you can change this today for the better and really take the actions that will lead you towards your goals. Let me know what you think about this topic. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.